Well, hello, everybody. You're listening to the Fair Weather Podcast. It's your boy 2K Suave. I'm joined with Mr. A Rod, Mr. Alex Rodriguez. We are back in the building. How do you say building in Spanish?
Peekaboo.
Come on, man.
It's not a Spanish lesson.
It's not La Oficina. How do you say build and keep? No, I don't remember how to say it. Edificio.
There you go. Edificio.
Boom! I still got it. Listen, I still one time. Man, I ain't gonna get into my story, but anyway, we back. Um, I'm still not recovered from my cloud nine that I've been on over the last, 2 week and a half. Ever since the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, every day I wake up and it's still, hey, listen, buddy, listen. Every day I wake up and it's still like a great feeling. So I've been going through my archives. I've been going through all my receipts because just reading all the bullshit everybody been saying. Because one thing I like to do, I like to save everything. I have like a folder that I save all the hate in, so that I can come back and have something to say to all that hate. It's been great, and the parade was on Friday on Valentine's Day. I went to the barbershop, got home. I went to the barbershop not for my Valentine's Day dinner, but to go watch the parade on TV. It was that serious for me. You know what I mean?
Where'd you watch the parade at?
On my television in my living room.
What channel had the parade on?
Oh, and I went on YouTube, and it was like streaming on NBC in Philadelphia.
Damn, I feel bad. I should have hit you up for that because my girl was here, and she was like, "Damn, I really want to be at that parade," and it was thick as could be,
Oh
and
yeah,
all I know is CNN was there in it, and Jake Tapper kept some receipts. He came out the gates hot. He was like, the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs, who Donald Trump picked to win. I was like, Jesus, Jake Tapper. He was going in, man.
it was. Listen, the amount of first of all, the amount of drunkenness I saw on Friday was so beautiful. Kenyon Mitchell, he was like a frat. He was at his first frat party. It was like he was at his first frat party. I was like, dog, Kenyon Mitchell, you deserve this. Nolan
The,
Smith, he
the
picked up a
real
kid, walked around with him.
Saquon found the guy with the ball, picked him up, made him walk in the parade. Love that man. That man is built for Philadelphia. The real MVP of the whole thing is the man, the myth, the legend, God himself, Howie Roseman, man.
Take a beer bottle to the head like it was nothing, like a champ, like a champ. I bleed for this city. I gotta put
He
the clips
had,
up
yeah, he
there.
said, I bleed for this city. And he
I
had the
believe
fuck,
he had a Harry Potter little thing on his
yeah.
head, bro. I was like, I love you, Howie, dog. And I already know he gonna cook again this summer. So like, it's like beauty. It's a great time to be an Eagles fan. I've been telling you. I know you're a closet Eagles fan, but I'm trying to get everybody to come on over. I told my wife she's a Bucks fan. She ain't gonna do it. But I was like, look, this is the time. This is the time. But she ain't having it. But
I
nah, but
said, my girl officially moves here, then we'll put some stuff around the house and we'll have a flag out front. Don't worry.
you see, I got the Brian Dawkins right here. I got the Eagles shit. I'm sprinkled up in here with Eagles shit.
I already got her like four shirts for the Super Bowl already. She's gonna be decked out, so she's good to go.
I'm
She
being
just
very
landed in Philly. She
I'm
just
being
landed in Philly and said the city's doing well.
Bruh, it's listen. The last
She's
time it happened, the last time we won in 2018, my sister was living there, and she went on Broad Street that night and FaceTimed me. And while she was on Broad Street, I started crying. I was like, "Bro, this is beautiful." I didn't have anybody to FaceTime me this time, but I watched it all on TV. The parade was great. Saquon drinking Henny. Jalen Hurts is like 55 years old, smoking his cigar. There was a lot of profanity on these local TVs, so they had to dump so much. It was like Landon Dickerson was great. Your boy CJ Gardner Johnson, as advertised, had a shirt that said LIX, Swifties. Hey, Swifties. LIX. I love it.
Walking with the belt too, man.
Belt
Walking
to
with the
ass,
belt.
BTA beats. It was a spectacle. I don't know what it was about this Super Bowl team, but This one was 2018 was great. That was the first time I ever see my team win a Super Bowl. So it was great.
It's
For whatever reason,
it's hard not seeing Kelsey there though, man. That's like the hard
he was
part to
there.
me.
He was just in the
No,
cut. Like
I know, but like not seeing him on the winning team, like he should have came back, man. Imagine if he was blocking for Saquon. But hey, he's got it going on. Like he's getting money. I'm happy for him.
money.
But
He getting money. He was a little depressed about his brother, which I understand. You know, like at the end of the day, he was like I know people give him a hard time. He was Travis's older brother way before he even played for the Eagles. So I gotta
even
lay.
you heard Travis on his show. He
Yeah.
was like, "What do you say to Eagles fans?" He said, "Oh, go Birds, go
Yeah.
Birds all day. You're my brother. You play for this team. You bleed for the city." He's like, "But I got to play them in the Super Bowl. So good luck to him." So I give him props for that, man. I give him props for that.
1 second. This is my little light is acting funny, but no, it was
My little D.
Shit. Hold up. Anyway, continue. I'm about to go off camera for a second, but what's on your mind right now?
Let's see. What is on A-Rod's mind as we speak? I would say, for the first time in a while, hockey has overpowered the NBA All-Star Game as far as attendance, watching, and actually more exciting than the NBA All-Star Game. I think it's to the point that the NBA All-Star Game is just becoming boring at this point.
It's become a I don't know, like a celebration of life or some shit.
I don't know, man. Like they just can't get this shit. I feel like the problem with the NBA All-Star Game is they keep trying new things. And like it was cool the first 2 times they did it, but it's like each year we get a new format and it's like, what are we doing here? It's simple. It's simple. Do the colored jerseys versus the white jerseys like they used to, and just East and West, and that's what it is. But they keep getting cute with all these little tournament things, and this team's gonna play this team.
The hockey credit, they tried something new and it worked. The 4 Nations was not something that they've done 3-on-3 before. Hockey has had their down years too, so we got to give credit.
No, absolutely. But taking the belt to the ass to Canada, that's like, fuck you guys, man. We got
to run back because like the championship game, I think is on Wednesday or Thursday.
We got to play.
Yeah, we got to run that shit back. And I know Canada is they ain't too happy about losing. Trust me.
They're taking a bath in maple syrup right now, getting ready. We're getting sticky. But yeah, man, the All-Star game, I have to be honest with you, Kay, I didn't watch it. I went on about my merry day and was like, oh, the All-Star game's on.
All right.
I watched the Gorge instead.
Let me talk about the All-Star game real quick. And
I mean, I saw the highlights. I know what happened, but
let me talk. I watched. Because remember last week I wasn't sure if I was gonna even pay it any mind. I really wanted to pay it some mind. I was like, let me see for myself. I don't want to take it from other people's perspective. First of all, did you watch Saturday night?
SNL?
No, slam dunk, 3-point contest, any of that?
Was Black History might have to move another month if Mac McClung's.
That boy good. Three years in a row, he has stolen Black History Month.
But the big issue is like, because you saw Ja tweeted, he was like to Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, like, we got to go for this shit. It ain't gonna happen. But I mean, like,
all they do is talking.
Nobody's gonna top this kid. Like, he's doing things that other guys aren't gonna do.
I mean, anybody can top it. Exactly.
I had to watch John Collins put on a Black History fucking Tuskegee Airman outfit and jump over a plane and break it. That's what I had. I was like, man, fuck this. This is whack.
Listen, let me give it to you real quick. All right, Saturday night, the skills competition was dope. Was okay. Chris Paul is already infecting Wemby's mind. They was cheating, so there's that. 3-point contest. Tyler Hero did his thing. Dame falling asleep on the sideline, can't back it up. Let me now. And then
in the All-Star game.
Now to somebody's credit though, Stephon Castle, that kid is good, bro. Like again, when you told me he was 6'6", I was like, there's no fucking way he's 6'6", dog. He is every bit of 6'5", 6'6". Like he's athletic. He got ups. The fact that the Spurs were able to get De'Aaron Fox without having to give up Stephon Castle, the Kings are the dumbest franchise in sports right now. Like, I don't care what Dallas did. The Kings are dumb.
They've done a bunch of dumb things. They got rid of Mike Brown. Now they got rid of De'Aaron Fox for pennies.
For pennies. So to Stephon Castle's credit, he did his thing. The other two, like I don't know, like this kid from Chicago, ass. I don't remember who the other one was. Like it was just
from Milwaukee.
Oh God, AJ, what was it? AJ Green or AJ Brown or whatever his name was, ass. Shout out to Matt McClung. Like Blake Griffin jumped over the hood of a car. Matt McClung jumped over the top of the vehicle twice. He jumped over it the first time just to get his bearings. Cleared it. I was like, damn, he just casually jumping over a damn vehicle. Then he does it again, but with the dunk, I was like, all right, this kid is different, right? So to his credit, Matt McClung, he might be the greatest slam dunk competitor we've ever had, and he gets paid $100K to play basketball in the G League because like he can't even get onto an NBA roster. But shout out to Osceola County, he plays for the Osceola Magic. Shout out to the 407, baby. We got one, but and I remember watching him at Georgetown. I knew he was athletic. I didn't know he had this.
The story of Matt McClung. I used to work with this kid, and he was like, "Watch out for this kid. He's gonna be." He used to show me his high school highlights. I was like, "Man."
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing that, but like, he looked undersized. you know?
Yeah. And then I remember I saw him go to Georgetown. I was like, "Hold on."
We're ups. But so that's Saturday night. Sunday, I was like, all right, let me see what the fuck's going on. And I gotta tell you, the competition on the court was better, but why the hell? Like Draymond kept talking about it. The fact that we had to have rising stars playing on Sunday was a travesty to me. Like he made a good point. Like you worked your ass off to get to the All-Star game, only for you to share the court with a bunch of just rookies and sophomores just because the league needs ratings. That was kind of a slap to the face. It was literally 2 hours. There was 32 minutes of game time of actual basketball being played, but it was 2 hours of commercials, presentations, honoring this player, honoring TNT. It was a lot of just fluff, and I was like, people were so mad about, oh LeBron, oh Anthony Edwards. I'm like, dog, all y'all had was fluff for 2.5 hours. Like, what do you want these guys to do? You want them to risk injury for some bullshit now? Like, play an actual game. Like you kicked it off with the hockey shit, right? You want these guys to take it seriously? Give them $1 million each, a million, whatever you got to do. Give them some real money if they win. Give the losers like $100K if they lose, and make it and you want to either make it East versus West again, or make it USA versus World. But you see the pride that the USA had when in hockey, when the lights came on, they start booing them, doing the pledge, the national anthem and shit like that. People fighting right at the start of the shit. Like at the end of the day, we as consumers and sports fans, unfortunately, that's what we want to see. We want to see some. We want to see you care a little bit, bro.
Sometimes you got to pop out.
Listen. It's the I got to give Kendrick a lot of credit because he said a lot of things that are very relevant that we don't even realize, but we're going to be quoting Kendrick all of 2024 Kendrick for the next 10 years probably because he said a lot of relevant shit over the last 365 days. So big shout out to Kendrick, but to the actual All-Star shit. I want to get into ways to kind of we'll get into in a couple of minutes. I want to get into some ways different ways we can kind of fix some bullshit. But speaking of Kendrick, did you see Drake DeMar DeRozan's jersey? he threw this shit on the ground or whatever. Drake, I gotta talk to you, man. Listen,
Drake a hoe, bro. Come on, you listen to the new album?
No, come on. You asked me that. Do I listen to R&B?
So it came out, and I told my girl, I was like, "Hey, there's Drake dropped an album with Party Next Door."
I know you listened to it. Was it good?
Because I gotta give it. I gotta see what it's about.
Was it good?
So No. So
I'm sure it wasn't horrible.
bro,
Take your personal.
I did. Okay, if you like Drake with the Melodies, Drake with the Melodies is back. Okay, Drake with the Melodies type shit. But he has a song called "Give Me a Hug" where he, that's the banger on it. Starts off slow and then he switches it up and it becomes head bop and shit.
Yeah.
And he shouts out 21 Savage for being the only person in his corner and checking in on him on this whole thing. And he says in it, "Fuck rap beep. I'm just trying to get the party started." Kendrick's listening to that shit like, he's getting ready. But my whole takeaway from the album is it's more music for your girl to listen to, and it's like hot girl shit, and she's gonna get mad at you. That's the type of music that is made there. But like I said, I was on the beach with my girl at the condo, and I told her, and she's like, "Oh, I love Party Next Door. I want to hear it." I was like, "All right, we'll play." And I'm cooking, I'm chefing up in the kitchen, making food for breakfast. And she just said, "This shit's ass." Just like that. "This is ass." And immediately at that point, I think I was like, "Let's go ring shopping right now. I'm gonna put the ring on
From
you."
this perspective, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, and she loves Party
I
Next
heard
Door.
it had a lot of speed, a lot of streams and shit.
It did because everyone loves the boy. I get that. Everybody wants to hear what Drake's gonna come out with. And then, the simpletons like me, I want to see like, is he gonna say some shit about Kendrick? And he did. He addressed some Kendrick shit in there. And it was like a subtle, it was like a,
I
one of
just
those.
wait for Complex to post their shit. 'Cause Complex is gonna post every lyric. So I'm like, all right, I'll wait for Complex.
They did. When I woke up, I saw that. I was like, oh shit, he dropped the album today. Of course he would on Valentine's Day, some fuckboy type shit. So yeah, it was I'm gonna give it another listen tomorrow. It to me when because I listened to it front and back, and of course my biasness was in there. I was like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta just find a way to remove that and just like let me just listen to the music and see how I feel, and then take it from there. Basically,
It was almost to me because I like the Weeknd. I really do. I've always liked the Weeknd. I was always following him when he was when he was the noise, when he was very underground, and until he made the big shift to be more commercial and appeal to a lot of people. I always listened to him, but when he got big, I was like, man, it's not the same Weeknd that I'm used to. I'm used to drug, sad, fucking wail
yeah, that's how I
music.
feel.
Yeah, but this one, like that new album that the Weeknd dropped, it was just like throw it away. Like I didn't see anything great from it. It didn't sound like the Weeknd. It was just mashed everything. The songs mashed well perfectly for the first five, and then after that, it was just like eh. And that's how I felt about this album. Like when I listened to it, I was like, I know my hate was in there because I can't stand Drake, but at the same time, I was like I was trying to take myself. That's why I want to listen to it by myself, not with my girl, because when I can have a fucking like hate party with her, that's even like the best. We can hate it together, just be like fucking hate the entire time. But when I was listening, I was like, man, I'm really not feeling any of this. And I do like when Drake does the melody shit. That's his cup of tea. That's his bread and butter. But it didn't move me.
On a scale sound wise of whatever to me nothing was the same was gold. So like how close are we to nothing was the same?
Not even like in the same continent.
Okay.
Not even in the same continent. So
So
um
we had
I think
Antarctica.
Sammy said it best. I think Sammy said it best. Jaquez and Dej Loaf is greater than the boy and fucking Party Next Door. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it another listen.
Stockers and Des Loaf.
It was like snooze fest for me when I listened to that shit. So I was like, oh man, this sucks. I don't think I mean, I hope he's got to come out with some shit for the boys to listen to that we
No,
can.
no.
No. Listen,
He needs to
that's
stay away from hip hop right now. He needs to like just keep the shit. Don't feed it. Like to me, you still could be relevant if you just stay with the certified lover boy shit and not back and forth with somebody like Kendrick. Like leave that shit alone. Don't even address it no more. Like we know you lost. You know you lost. Stop
no,
throwing
he
stop
don't
throwing
think he
DeMar
lost.
DeRozan jersey. Stop changing LeBron lyrics. Speaking of LeBron, LeBron is trolling this dude so much lately. It is crazy. Like I never thought I would see the day this would happen, but he played Kendrick on workout videos with his daughter. I was like, damn. I don't know how they fell out so bad, but damn, they fell out. But just leave the shit alone. It's over. Like the Super Bowl's over. Literally, like that was the conclusion of the of this beat to me. Like, let this say Drake, like that was it. That was the end. Let that shit like you dropped the album set like
They
5
got
days after the Super Bowl.
sex assault charges.
But like, think
Same
about
man.
it. Nobody's coming after you for this shit. Like, when it's addressed, it's not saying no one's addressing you like from a legal standpoint. They're just saying it from a make fun of you standpoint. Like, it's not like somebody's trying to sue you. Nobody's saying, "Oh, Drake did this." Like, it's not no R. Kelly shit. It's not no Diddy shit. It's just, all right, Drake. We had fun with you for about a year. Let's move on, bro. Drake needs to go back to just take care, love. I love you, you love me. Like let's have that shit, and then maybe a year from now, maybe get back into the hip hop shit. I don't think this is the right time for him to be like doing some real hip hop shit. Cause like at my job, we listen to music all day long, and every time somebody plays like a Drake song, I find myself every now and then like, damn man,
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile every time.
I used to really like this song a lot. So like I don't know, like one of my favorite Drake songs was Over. How does it go? I know way too many people here right now who I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all? Like, I like that Drake. I like that Drake a lot. So let's just leave the hip hop shit alone right now. Keep this Valentine's bullshit that you got going on. Keep it soft, pause. And then, we can wait a little bit, bro. We can wait a little bit. You ain't got to be all up in Australia throwing DeMar DeRozan's dirt. Like, DeMar DeRozan will put hands on you, bro. Like, don't stop pissing off the wrong people, dog. They will put hands on you. So that's my take on all that. But I don't know. Drake is just, he's got to stay away from all that to me. That's just,
man. I don't think that's in his nature. That's just like, they told him don't say the N-word, and he came out and said it hard on the first diss track. So I feel like Drake's gonna do what he wants to do, and it's just like I think I told you this, that like my best friend, his wife's sister is married to Pharrell. Like
yeah.
And he was at the penthouse, and he's like, them boys are just talking shit about this man. Him and Pusha T, and they got some shit cooked up ready, like just in case he want to pop out.
Yeah, that's why leave it alone. Don't do no hip hop shit.
I think a lot of these like artists, 21 Savage, he's like a wild card because like, is he British or is he American? We really don't know.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
I'm British. I was born in London, everybody. I'm 21 Savage.
Yeah. So the thing is like with him is like, I think a lot of like the hip hop community is just like, man, I'm done with this Joker, man. Like he's bamboozled us all, and Kendrick put him in his place, and we said it from the jump. Like we were just like, hey, there's a difference when you're a lyricist like Drake is, and there's a difference when you're a lyricist like Kendrick is. Kendrick can tell a story about you and make it all rhyme. I think he can rap. He can rhyme orange. Like he can do that. He can do that shit. But Drake just, it's like the fellas rock with you, Drake. They really do, But they like the melody shit, and they like when you go hard too. Pause. Like they like that too. So I think like what he has to do is kind of put out like kind of like how he did on this album. Put all those little love songs, but you got to get the male ear, and you got to put one that goes a little bit hard where you switch up the beat. Because the simpletons that love this music, that's what they like. Oh shit, there's a Drake I like. I can bop my head to this.
A little reminder.
Yeah. So I'm Drake ain't listen to us, man. We ain't that big, but like if he is, man, I'm giving you ammo to get your career back together, brother. And I hope it doesn't, I hope Kendrick smokes you again, man. I'm hoping Kendrick's waiting right there with the stick. So belt to ass to you. But I mean, you gotta strategically know how you're doing this. And we know that these guys got like ghostwriters and shit waiting, to write some stuff. But like, he's got to put like you remember how he used to drop like 5 like song compilations or whatever LPs, and it'd be like 3 fucking melody shit that you're like, but then there'd be like 2 bangers on there, like salt, what is it, lemon pepper freestyle, and I'm making a change today. The music didn't take into that one, all of that shit. Like he'll
Yeah.
drop something like that, or Dipset Anthem or whatever, Dipset Forever, like all of that shit. So that's what he's gonna have to do, because if he's gonna keep making the home music, like, I mean, you'll get that, you'll still get reach. Don't get me wrong, but like, if you want my respect, man, you better know what you think you know how to do, and if
Yeah,
you
but
want
at the end of the day, does he care about the respect right now? Or does he care about, let me just keep getting these streams up?
He definitely no. When a man goes on the Super Bowl and says, "Say Drake, bro," I guarantee you he was just probably like, "Can we call the lawyers?" Because like
that hurt my soul. I was like, damn, that's rough.
You asked me, is he gonna do it? I was like, oh, I said he's gonna do it, man.
I didn't think he would do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I thought he would do the song, but I thought he would, he'll blend it in with some shit. But dog, he smiled at the camera.
He's got a TikTok viral video dance now from that shit. I see little kids in Nigeria doing that shit. Like, damn, man. Kendrick's 2024 wave is just get on it where you can, man. Like, I've been on this one for a while.
He's had a good time. Kendrick has had a good time. Like, and like, it's like when you think about it, remember back in the day, like, I don't even know. I'm trying to think who I can like use as an example. I can't even find an example of this kind of like.
I mean, Nas and Jay-Z, I was in middle school and I remember that shit.
But theirs was actually competitive. They took their shot, but shots was coming. This is like
I'm gonna send you that comedy clip, because my girl has no idea about ants, and I had to like debrief her on it. And when I can be like the professor of hip hop for a day, like I love putting on my suit and tie for that.
Oh, it's a great
feeling. Educating the white folks or your woman on shit. They're like, oh, I never knew that about him. I thought he was a troubled soul. No, it's not that. So this comedian, his name is Josh Johnson, no affiliation to the quarterback, but he basically broke it down on what the beef was about. And he goes through all of the different diss tracks. And he's like, Kendrick drops this one, and then Drake follows with a banger right off the rip. And then when you thought that was a banger, literally 13 minutes later, Kendrick is putting out another song. And then he's like exposing him to pedophilia, and he's exposing him to possibly having another kid. And then Drake puts out another song, and it's another banger. And then right after that, he puts out another song. And then he puts out another song exposing his family. And basically just Drake copped out. He's like, he put out a song saying, haha, I joke on you. I fed you information. Now it's over. And then Kendrick just went on from there, man. So it's like, it's so funny to hear it like that from a comedy point of view, but that's how I view it as. It's just comical to me that people are like, man, Drake's got him. I was like, at what point does this man have him? Because I live, breathe this shit. I wake up in the morning.
You know how he has him? He's still the #1 most streamed artist of 2024, and still will be the #1 streamed artist of 2025.
I want to look at it at a number standpoint for sure.
But hip hop. Remember Jay-Z and Nas. We knew Nas was watching Jay-Z, but my argument back then, I was like, because as a Jay-Z fan, I was like, Jay-Z still, he's still gonna have more album sales.
I think both of them went bar for bar and just made each other bigger and better people. In my opinion, I think Nas is better for sure, because I mean I'm a big Nas fan. I'm gonna say that forever. But the takeover was still a banger. It was. You can't say it's not.
You could play the takeover at the club. You could play the takeover on any radio station. Ether shit, you gotta get clearance to play that shit. Like, it's different. Like, Who Shot You? You can play Who Shot You all the time. But first off, hook you bitch, you click. You can't just be playing that shit anywhere. Like, certain songs, you gotta be like, okay, look, we know you won this song battle, but I'm the bigger artist than you. You know what I mean? Like, at that time, Jay-Z was the more commercial artist. He was doing No Way Out tour. He was doing Def Jam tour. He was doing. Jay-Z was still doing his thing while this is all happening. You know what I mean? Although it's like it goes back to like respect versus money. The streets knew, damn, Nas, but like the billboard said Jay-Z, the paycheck said Jay-Z. the endorsement said Jay-Z, like all the other stuff still will side with Jay-Z, and Drake will recover from this. It's just a matter of how he decides to approach it is the most important thing. Like you got to approach this the right way and not try to become something you're not.
The best way to explain Drake now to a common person is like imagine like you just got hit by a car from a man and like you're just trying to pull the IVs to get back out. That's what Drake is doing in my opinion. Like bro, the Super Bowl, the Grammys,
yeah,
like
the 5 Grammys followed by the Super Bowl a week later is tough. It's tough.
Even Joe Budden, I was listening to his podcast. He was like, man, Drake trying to come at me. He's like, I don't want your beef, bro. You got to handle it with Kendrick. He's like, you just looking for smaller fish now to fry. He's like, I'm small. You know that. I retired. I talk about you. He's like, go fight him, man. I don't want your beef, man. And he's like, I got so many plugs that you don't even want to rub me the wrong way, pause, because like I got so many people that, you know, in this industry that know me and respect me. So I was just laughing at that shit. But
it's true though. But all right, Drake. Damn, Drake. All right.
I know it.
Let's and keep it on the hip hop thing real quick. A$AP Rocky was found not guilty about an hour ago or so. You know, shout out to A$AP. Hopefully Rihanna makes an album about this. Because you know the streets have been waiting for Rihanna to drop an album. I could use a Rihanna album right now while all this Drake shit's happening. It'll be funny if Rihanna dropped an album just to be funny. I don't know, say some shit, put Serena on the album. I don't know, just to be funny. But shout out to A$AP Rocky.
He's put smoke on Drake too.
Who?
A$AP put some smoke on Drake too.
You did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, on the Future Metro one, he was on there saying right. Never had a chance.
It's crazy. Last year, you like remember all this shit was happening. Rick Ross, all that shit is a blur to me. Like all the little everybody got involved for a second, but at the end of the day, we needed the 2 head honchos to duke this shit out. Like that's what we were here for. We needed y'all two to hash this shit out. So I completely forgot about that. Everybody was trying to. It's easy to kick a man while he's down though. So like I don't.
Still want to know the things that he's done that makes Gunna look like a saint. Still want to know those things.
But Young Thug is back in Drake. Young Thug is back in Drake. Gunna, he ain't back in his boy Gunna. Well, I thought
Gunna snitch, bro. You know it. He a snitch.
He did not snitch,
bro. He a snitch.
He did not snitch. He did not snitch. But they both took a deal to get up out of there as they should have. Like at the end of the day, you had to do what you had to do. But anyway, all right. Let's move forward real quick, cause we were talking about the All-Star game a little bit. I just wanted to like, you know,
how do we fix it?
Find a way to make this shit. I think the problem that we have is that every year we have this conversation lately. How do we fix the All-Star game? That's a problem in itself. Joker saying, well, we shouldn't even have the All-Star game. KD said we shouldn't have an All-Star game. Everybody's giving LeBron a hard time for
Hold on. Before you get to the thing, you said KD. I saw the first amount of emotion from him the other day when he was talking about winning the Olympic trophy. Did you see him? He was crying.
I did. I saw I scrolled past it on Instagram, but it's part of that documentary that's on Netflix. So I didn't want to watch that clip. I wanted to actually watch the thing on Netflix first before I saw that clip.
I was like, damn, KD has a soul. I thought he was just I want to hoop. I want to hoop.
Olympic? Listen, I know how you feel whatever about KD and Kyrie. I am a Kevin Durant fan.
Man, Kyrie a thief too. You saw him taking that money, man. Thief ass motherfucker, man.
What money?
From when the prize pool thing, there was like that pit of money. He walked up and took some money, and KD snitched on his ass.
The dude that won 100,000.
He took some money out of the pool right there, and KD was snitching on his ass, man.
I'm not gonna read into that.
Ramadan's right around the corner. I'm no one to judge. He's got to judge the man up high, but I'm just like, you do it again.
I love these dudes. Like we're gonna look back. Like
Absolutely, we are. I know.
we're at this like stage of these guys' careers. Is like I'm just appreciating them. Like LeBron is 40, KD is 36, Steph is 36, Kyrie 35. Like James
How old,
Harden,
how old is Dame? Dame's
Dame,
another one. I
Dame.
hate when people slander Dame. Like I'm like, dude, you're never
What's
gonna
Dame
see a player
saying?
like, huh? They always clown him for some of the best to
Who's
never get
not
it
saying
done.
for Dame?
Everybody does. He's a has been. He's washed.
Dame
He's
turned 30, turned
best to
30,
never do it, get it done. Like I'm like, yo,
turns
this guy,
35, turns 35 in July. Like
these guys are coming
I,
to their careers, and you're gonna miss them. You're gonna miss these guys.
I'm just a fan. Like all right, All Star game. The concept was OG, the OGs. So we had Shaq,
That was
Pat,
dope. That was dope. You saw right there and then, like, real hoopers know how to hoop. No offense
go
to
back
James
to the,
Johnson.
go back to the Olympics. Who was it that won the Olympics for the U.S.? The OGs. It was Steph, LeBron, KD. Go to the All Star game. It was Steph, KD, James Harden. Like at the end of the day, these are our like. I remember when Jordan retired, right? And I remember so many. I was a kid. I didn't understand, and it was like a lot of people were like, "I can't watch basketball no more." I'm like, "What's wrong with y'all?" I got Allen Iverson at that. I'm like, I got Allen Iverson. I'm good. Um, and Allen Iverson is gone. Tracy McGrady, like my childhood, right? AI, T Mac, you know, we go on and on, right? And then my midlife to adulthood has been LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and all these. Like I looked at Steph Curry the other day, and then because I was watching old school All Star games, and I saw Steph's first All Star game. It was like 10 years ago. I was like, he looked like a child. And now I look at Steph, I'm like, yo, Steph is old now. Like, babyface Steph looks old now. Kevin Durant looks old. Like all these dudes is like aging. And I was like, dog, our modern day legends that 20 years from now, kids are gonna be like, the way the way people hate from Michael Jordan no matter what, 20 years from now, it's gonna be the same shit with LeBron. It's like, oh, y'all don't know about LeBron. And it's gonna be this little ass snot nosed kid saying, Wemby, da 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 da, Wemby this, Wemby that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like Wemby way better than LeBron, and
That's
we're
my
gonna
life.
have we're gonna have to deal with this shit. But like this is happening in real time. Like the Olympics was the last time that we was gonna see all those guys. This All Star weekend, we saw a little glimpse of that, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But like for Kevin Durant to be that emotional, it's like you realize there's a lot less time in your NBA career that you have. So every single one of these moments matter a lot. And to me, it's like all this shit that everybody likes to debate and get mad and blame and this, that, and the third. I don't have time for that right now. Like I'm just happy to see my modern day, like our legends, just go out there and be legends. Like who was giving Magic Johnson a hard time when he came back from AIDS and played in the All Star game, or he went to Barcelona? Like okay, honor him. Larry Bird, the first Dream Team. Larry Bird had a bad back. Larry Bird in 1992 was not Larry Bird anymore. He laid on the floor the whole time. Nobody gave him a hard time. Like the way they had respect for their OGs at that time, we need to have. It's just to me, social media kind of just it's ruined a lot of shit.
Kids just don't appreciate that shit.
It's just a lot of trolling and this and that.
And that's what kills me the most about everything now. And it's like I don't want to be that guy, get off my lawn, like you say,
but like it's so easy to get into that mode when you think about it. I'm like, bro, what is? I don't know. It's
fun. It's funny because like my dad is like he's always been a sports person, more baseball, but like he knows sports. Like he knows his shit. And I've always appreciated him that. He used to take me to Magic games and I watched Shaq and Penny and things like that. And then when like Jordan retired, he just like went completely AWOL. He's like, who's this LeBron James guy here about all the time? I'm like, you know who James is? He's like, Steph Curry. What does he do? I'm like, you don't know who these guys are? Who's this Greek freak? And he's black. I'm like, you don't know who these dudes are? Like, who the fuck are you, man? Like, I keep up with this shit. But it's come to a point now in the NBA where it's like there's 5 guys that are coming in and everybody else is just like, who's the guy when when you play 2K and you play with the old rosters and they have like the entire roster there until the last 3 players. It's just like Stephen Brown and John
It's like
Smith.
Jack Johnson, Jack Smith, and John Wayne.
They're all carbon copies of each other, man. The drafts when they come out, it's like, man, we're never gonna get like that 96 or that 97 or that 98 or that 2003 draft class again. Like, we're not gonna get those.
The thing is, we might. We just don't know. We just don't know it.
Yeah, we don't know it. That's the beauty. It's like every year I'm waiting for that, and I'm just like, man, there's 2 guys in this draft that they made a career for themselves. The rest, you're not going to be on that roster.
There was a draft. I think it was a Cade Cunningham draft that they looked at all the people who was drafted, and they were like, "Yo, it was actually not a bad." Yeah, it was Cade. All right, can I interest you?
They were trying to crucify Cade Cunningham because he was always hurt. Now look at him. We're getting what we were promised. And just have to get healthy.
Can I interest you in? This is the 2021 draft.
Yeah.
Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs, Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, Franz Wagner. Who else was on here? Moses Moody, Alfred Sengun, Trey Murphy, Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. Like, they got Quentin Grimes. They had a pretty.
There's like 4 in my opinion on there that are really good, but it's not.
It's not a horrible draft. It's not a horrible draft.
It's not, but it's more of a lot of solid role players on that team, and then like 4 big guys on there.
But it's no Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Ray Allen, Steve Nash, Sharif
Antoine Walker, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, even Samaki Walker, man, he had hype coming in, man. Like,
it's not that.
It's not that draft, man. Peja won in the 2nd round. Like, come on, or in the first. I think he won the 1st round at the end, but like that was electrifying.
96 was dumb. 96 was just like, I think 03 was a good draft, and because LeBron, I love LeBron, but like they were very top heavy in 03. 96, there was a lot of teams that got really lucky that year.
There was a lot of question marks because there was still high school talent coming in. Kobe came in. We knew he was going to be good, but it didn't take until year 3.
Know that, bro. He got drafted 13th. That's what makes it even crazier. He was the 13th pick in that draft.
People forget Kobe in his first year averaged like 4 points or something like that, 6 points, something like that.
Yeah, it was 7.
Yeah, like, forget that. He had to pay his respect and get his spot.
He had Eddie Jones in front of him.
Get rid of Eddie Jones. That's what I always say, man. Eddie, you were good, but they had to get rid of you. You had to be the sacrificial lamb. But and even Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal turned into a bully, man. Jermaine O'Neal was good.
The young buck. Yeah, he was young.
Yeah, the Trailblazers said, "Hey, man, we got too much talent here. You want to go to Indiana?" And he made his role and let him know who he was. Then became the journeyman at the end, like Shaq. But I mean, I don't know. Like we're getting off topic once again. How do we fix the All-Star game? For me, I've thought about it a little bit. I think it's just nostalgia.
Kerry Kittle. I'm sorry, Stephon Marbury was in that draft. Kerry Kittle was in that draft.
They swapped Ray Allen for Stephon Marbury. That was a clean.
Marcus Camby was in this draft
for 2 overall. Get
out of here, bro. This was a Page was the 2nd round. He was number 14.
Steve Nash was in that draft.
Julius Ogaskis, Walter McCarty, Derek Fisher. Get out of here, bro. Othello Harry. Hey, bro, this was. Yeah, they went stupid with this draft. Malik Rose was in this draft in the 2nd round.
Out of Drexel.
I'm about to do a 96. Where did he go to college with you?
I'll get them all. I'll never forget this. I will never forget this. When I was a kid, I think I forgot who the rookie card was. I think it was Chauncey Billups. It was the year afterwards, and all I wanted was the draft class of 96. I wanted the whole set. And I gave that card to somebody at the card shop. And he's like, here, take the whole box. You'll get every player you want in this. And I did. I got every single one of them.
Shannon Anderson, get out of here, bro.
It's a great draft class.
That was too crazy,
bro. Role players now, but they're players we remember as kids. So let's get back to the topic of how do we fix the All-Star game. So I kind of thought of some things to do, and One of them is, of course, do some kind of nostalgic thing that we're used to as savants. Like the people that are not watching it as much are the ones that found it a pure game. Make it competitive again, however you got to make it competitive, but just do something with like the all-star jerseys that we liked, and that was, colored versus the white ones. We liked that a lot. I mean, there were some banging all-star jerseys back. San Antonio one was really nice, but now I feel like the marketing team does way too much with these jerseys now, and it's more of a money grab
They
type of
do
thing.
way too much with the jerseys. Like,
Yeah.
when's the last time like, oh, I want to go get an All-Star jersey? Like, nah,
No,
bro, that's not it.
people go back and get the fucking the Minnesota one, and they get the San Antonio one. Those are the ones that I can remember clear as day in my head. But then after that, it was just the purple and gold on the Lakers, the dark and green for the Timberwolves, and then Michael Jordan wore the white and red, and fucking whoever else wore the white for their team too. And I feel like jerseys now, they just do way too much for jerseys. Like I grab for soccer jerseys. Pause. Like I'll grab any soccer jersey I see now because I like them because there's so many of them now and they're so vibrant. But like I feel like that's what they're trying to do with all these jerseys, and I'm like, come the fuck on, guys. What are we doing here? There are so many good logos that we have forgotten about, that we have trashed, like the old Hawks logo, the Pistons logo, Magic's, the Raptors. Like,
You know what they said on Club 520? They said they should have had a Jeff Tees podcast. They said they should make them wear their team's throwback jersey in the game. That would be fire.
that would be dope.
I'm copying every Mitchell and Ness jersey I could get. Think about it. I went to All-Star Weekend in 2019 when it was in Charlotte. That was one of the most fun weekends of my life because like all I could think about was me being a kid. I was like, damn man, when I was a kid, I wore my Bill Walton 1977 Western Conference All-Star jersey. I was like, bro, this is so dope. I had my Sixers hat, Mitchell and Ness hat. It was just like the nostalgia of like just the jerseys alone. It's like you want to get. I don't know, but again, we're speaking in it from a old head kind of mentality, right? Who does the All-Star game supposed to appeal to? Because at the end of the day, we love the All-Star game a lot when we were younger. So it's the younger crowd that they might need to appeal to. So what does the youth want? Like, what do you think would align with what we want as consumers, as adults, compared to like how can we tie that in with what the youth wants? Because to me, that's where we need to make sure we can find that kind of divide.
Another thing that I thought about too, to kind of, because like I know they're losing a lot of the old head mentality, because these young kids like watching, Trey Young and Paul George is sipping margarita somewhere. Like, he doesn't fuck about Paul George, but there are so many people that are like, how did LaMelo not get a fucking invite, or Devin Booker? Like, those are the people that we have to appeal to. And you lost them because they didn't get an invite to this. But we saw the vets get there. The vets are going to get there. Those are people we used to. What if NBA just, bites their tongue and says, Ice Cube, we'll do something with the big three during All-Star event. And we do like a 4 tournament of players that we used to know in the All-Star game that aren't too old. Like, I don't want to see Larry Bird get out there, Magic go out there. Like, let him coach the teams. But see guys that like Vince Carter, I'd like to see against Tracy McGrady, and things like that, like 3-on-3s of that, like a small little game, like after.
But they already do their own All-Star weekend for a big three.
I know, but I'm saying if we incorporate that into it and bring that in, because I watch the big three. I mean, I love seeing like some of those old guys. I'm like, oh shit, Othello Harrington. I haven't seen that motherfucker do anything in a long time. Look at him. He look like he's been eating 20 double cheeseburgers a day, but he's still hooping out there.
We'll get
So
you buckets too.
something like that. Like, that would be cool. It's great to bring the past in, because I know they bring in like, Dr. J, and he's like the hardest critic on the dunk contest and shit like that. Because he's considered God to a lot of people, but now people want to give this to Mac McClung. Listen, Matt McClung, he's just making it. I'm not taking anything away from the kid's talent. He's an amazing dunker. He really is. But if you put him up against, like, it's the era of things that were done then that were just like, fuck. J.R. Ryder did it between the legs.
Listen.
And had a career.
Era. The kid is no taller than 6'1", 6'2". His head, his eyes are looking directly at the rim.
Robinson was smaller. Robinson was smaller.
Exactly. That's what made Robinson so special.
Time. But he won it. But he won it 1-2 and then took one off.
That's
And then
what made Nate Robinson so special because it's not only because Mac McClung is in this era of the dunkers who don't want to compete. He's also still 6'1", 6'2", doing shit that nobody in the NBA right now is even willing to do. And if you go years past, over the last 10, 15 years, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, Mac McClung, to me, have been the three best dunkers over the last 10 years. Like, I watched Derrick Jones Jr. I watched, John Wall. I watched
Obi Toppin.
Mitchell. I watched Obi Toppin. All of that shit was garbage. What Matt McClung has done, and then what Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon did, has been legendary to me.
The last superstar we got in this was Donovan Mitchell.
That's not the last superstar.
In the last 4 or 5 years.
I'd have to go back and look, but all right, but I mean, all right, sticking with all right, do we need to fix the whole weekend or do we need to fix the game?
The skills challenge is fine with me. Like, you can switch that up and do rookies and the hosting team, and I got no beef with that. And then 2 teams that want to put a shoe in for it, I got no beef with that. I think that's just keep Chris Paul away from it because he'd be finding ways to cheat in anything.
Chris Paul, all the cheating he's done in his career, he's never won a championship. I think that is the basketball god telling Chris Paul, look, he kicked somebody in the nuts when he was at Wake Forest, and that shit's been trickling down ever since. Trickling down ever since.
I like Chris Paul though, man, but I got no beef with that. The 3-point contest is the 3-point contest. I got no problem with that.
You can't.
Get your most exciting whites out there and let them go, and then
solid hero. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then the dunk contest is just the one. It's like the dunk contest is just the one. It's like, what do we do with this? Because we used to get Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dominique, superstars doing this. The superstars don't we've been petitioning for Ja Morant to come out here for a while. But Ja, it's kind of like the Drake and Kendrick beef. He's like, I don't want no smoke with this white boy. I know I can power dunk on a motherfucker, but I don't think I can do the athletic shit that he can do.
Out of all the young kids right now in the NBA, who do you think is actually look? It's one thing to dunk in a game, right? I watched LeBron James do a dunk contest in high school, and it was trash. Okay, and I love LeBron. It was just he's a power dunker. But if LeBron was coming up in the 80s and the early 90s, LeBron would win a dunk contest. When LeBron came in, Jason Richardson was doing his shit, T-Mac. LeBron could not have competed with those boys. That's why I was never really I didn't bother me as much as it bothered Stephen A. Smith that LeBron didn't do it. But who out of this young group right now do you feel are better, they can actually put on a show? Because Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon,
I think they still can. I mean, I don't know about Aaron Gordon because he's kind of taking a back seat.
Aaron Gordon a little older now. He's a little older. Zach LaVine, you think he's had a lot of surgeries and shit. I don't know if Zach LaVine can do it no more.
That boy got a crispy hairline, bro. I still think he can do it, man. He can do it for the light skins. I think Zach LaVine might be able to hang. I want to say Ja because it's the teasing of that we've seen. Ja's very athletic. He's very athletic.
But Ja's more of I'm gonna dunk on you type of dunker. Vince Carter in-game dunks, he used to do some crazy shit in-game. John Morant is I'm trying to dunk on you. Anthony Edwards, I'm trying to dunk on you. Zion, I've seen him do some shit. I can say
I could not tell you who could hang out of the young boys, the white boy they brought out from Chicago. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea who that kid was, and I was like, Brett Berry, the only one, boy. Brett Berry, the only one, and Matt McClung. That's it. That's it for me on the dunk contest.
Brett Berry was a hooper.
Yeah. So it's I remember when they wheeled Chris Budinger out there one time. I was like,
Chase.
No. And Birdman, I was like, no.
Birdman, too tall.
I really don't know, man, and I don't know what to do. It's if anything, it's we see all these at some point it has to die, right? Like we run out of dunks to do, and it just becomes like this is boring. But the ones
But
that keep alive are what we see on like social media and like these street hoopers and stuff like that. If anything, maybe pair them with a street hooper and do some collaboration with. I don't know. I
the
don't know
thing
what.
about running out of dunks to do is that no one, to me, you can run out of dunks to do, and it doesn't matter. It's about your swag and your flair and how you sell it. Because I watched Dominique Wilkins, right? Yeah, I watched Dominique and Michael Jordan do the same dunk over and over, and everybody was going crazy. Windmill, windmill, windmill. Like it's how you sell it and how your swag to go
But at
with
that
it.
time, it had never like the dunk contest was in his baby form. Then we never saw something like that. Just like J.R. Ryder. J.R. Ryder did it between the legs, and everyone credits Vince Carter. I remember J.R. Ryder. I remember being a kid. I was like,
I also remember J.R. Ryder doing that. Kobe did it. Jason Richardson did it. Vince obviously did it. Like a lot of people go onto the like it's all about your swag and how you sell it. To me, some of those dunks that Chicago kid did, the ones that actually went in, had he done it with more flair, I'm like, oh, that's not like if you do the replay, oh, that's a good dunk. But like it was so like Dwight Howard, all he did was put on a cape, jump from like the free throw line, and toss the bitch in. But the dunk itself was whatever. It was how he sold it, the presentation. Like at the end of the day, I watched the whole slam dunk contest, right? I laid down how I like to watch the slam dunk contest. I lay down on my couch, and I want to see what gets me out of the couch, right? Matt McClung, every single time I got up out of my couch. I took the covers off, got up off the couch. Like, goddamn. Stephon Castle, he got me to sit up. The other dudes, I'm playing like what's that bird? Angry Birds.
Words with Friends.
Words with Friends.
Wordle.
I'm playing Tetris. I'm playing Wordle, Scrabble. I'm playing Monopoly Go. I was like, all right, bro. Like, what? Like, they didn't get me out of my seat. But Matt McClung, I rewatched the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon dunk contest. Rewatched it. I've watched that dunk contest 1,000 times. Rewatched it. Still got out of my seat. I rewatched Vince Carter. Still got out of my seat. At the end of the day, it's like you can do the same dunk over. It don't freaking matter. What gets you out of your seat? You know, like I watched Blake Griffin jump over the car. I was like, all right, cool. I saw Matt McClung jump over the hood, over the roof of the car. I got out of my seat. I said, damn, I'm going to not just do that. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if it's the same dunk. It's how you sell it and how you. Vince Carter, it's over. Like, it's over. When he pointed to the shit, I was like, yeah. Like, that's the shit that we like. At the end of the day, you can do whatever dunk you want. How do you sell it? How do you market it? How do you, what is your swag? Like, were you excited? Did you really get the crowd involved? Did you get the dunk on your first or second attempt? These dudes are doing 55 attempts. Like after the third, fourth time, I'm like, bro, just get that shit in, bro. Like, what are we doing, dog? So to me, from a Saturday perspective,
it's become harder for them to do things now because we're expecting
they think too much, bro. Just go out there, like Stephon Castle. To me, he had the formula right. He just needed to get his energy right because he could have won the dunk contest. If McClung had one bad dunk, Castle could have won. It's just you gotta like have like a swag, a flair to you. That's why LeBron at 40 could go do this shit. Why? Because he's a strong power dunker. He throw it off the backboard, boom, oh, everybody goes crazy because it's LeBron. That's I think that's what it comes down to. But Anthony Edwards, he can just go dunk on Rudy Gobert. Like, everybody go crazy. I feel like everybody should have a dunk that's on Rudy Gobert. I'm going to get out of my seat all day to see that shit, personally. But nah, I feel like Saturday, that's one thing. Sunday, like I said, do something with the jerseys. Look into doing a USA versus World. Like, we saw the Olympics. You talked about Kevin Durant getting emotional. We got to prove to the world every now and then. The OGs had to prove to the young folks, we still them. And then the USA had to prove in the Olympics, we still them. Like, that's something that we still do take seriously because at the end of the day, who were the MVPs? Giannis, Jokic, shit. It's about to be Shea and Embiid. It's just a bunch of cats from overseas. At some point, that's gotta bother these people. Like, they gotta bother us a little bit, right? Like, who's the last American-born player we have with an MVP? It's been a while, bro. James Harden, I think. That's crazy, bro. It's 2019. Shit.
Oh, we want James Harden to retire.
It's like, damn, James Harden. Shout out to James Harden too. That's another legend of our dog. James Harden, bro.
I can't. Yeah, James Harden. I loved him when he was with the Rockets. It was until he sold his soul to go everywhere else, and I was just like,
yeah, but like the Rockets at that time and him, that was just not gonna work out, bro.
that was his team, and then it just they wanted to go younger, and it's paying off now. But I mean, James Harden.
I never saw James Harden as a leader. I think what he's doing with the Clippers right now is the most leadership I've ever seen from him before. To me, he's kind of like accepted the fact, like Kawhi can't lead that team because Kawhi is just Kawhi, right? James Harden actually like the one that to me is rallying the troops. I think he's kind of bought into like what they got going on. So to me, like this version of James Harden is like probably the most fun I've had as a James Harden person, like observer. The 38 points a game and the dribble, that was cool. But like to me, this version of the James Harden, the fact that he was voted in as an All-Star, like all that stuff to me was like, all right, bro, we love you, dog. So yeah, to me, Sunday is we'll see what happens with the Sunday, whether it's USA International, whether it's go back to East versus West. We'll see, because yeah, there's a lot of different ways we can go with the All-Star Weekend, but it's over. I think that was the last one on TNT. So we're entering a new era of basketball. Amazon Prime, Peacock, Disney Plus. Like it's about to be a new world in basketball as a viewer. So it's like something that we gotta have to mentally prepare for. And like when the NBA on NBC. Remember the NBA on NBC? I remember the last time they said this was the NBA on NBC, I cried. But then you get used to it. Like, okay, now it's on ABC. Now it's on TN. Now it's on this and that. I think we'll get we'll get used to whatever the new wave is. But we just need to. Who do you think is the person that we need to attach? Because I know people talk about Anthony Edwards does not want to be the face of the league. Or I don't know. That seems to be like the sentiment. Like maybe he doesn't want to be the face of the league, because like everyone's giving LeBron a hard time for not playing the All-Star game, and no one's giving Anthony Edwards any flack. I'm like, yo, Ant-Man didn't play either, right? Jokic only had 2 points. Like I don't know why people. It's so easy to talk about LeBron. A lot of people are not gonna have no jobs when LeBron retires. But anyway, who do you think will be the perfect guy to give that torch to carry it on? Because again, remember after Michael Jordan, a lot of NBA fans said, I don't know about this shit no more. Kobe helped, AI helped, T-Mac helped. Eventually, kind of Kobe wanted that shit the most. And then LeBron, he was self-doing. They said, look, LeBron, you're gonna be the guy. He's done a good job with it. Who do you think is the guy that we can like? All right, bro, this is yours, bro. Don't fuck this up. This is your shit now.
I mean, I guess it would have to be Giannis for me. That's got to be like
international guy.
It's a true superstar in the league, in my opinion. He's a true superstar.
It's tough. They don't. You've never seen the NBA be like as great as Tim Duncan was. Yeah, he Virgin Islands. Hakeem. Yeah, like they've never like put a battery like
I know.
Like I thought even Luka going to LA is still like. I saw Luka in the Jordan commercial the other day. I was like, okay, but still, Jason Tatum did the commercial too. It's like, it's like you don't think it's gonna be like an American dude?
Nah, Bob Dylan wrote a song called "The Times Are Changing," and I don't think the NBA is wanting to listen to that song. Giannis is, in my eyes, the most dominant player in the league. One of them. If not him, the Joker, one of the two. But I think
putting that in Joker's back.
Joker don't want that. Like Giannis, I could see being the guy like, I'll take this, I'll run with it. This is what I'm going to do. I play basketball, do that. Like he'll be okay with that. And I think he'd have fun and he's marketable, he's fun, but I really don't know where it's gonna go, man. I want it to be Ant. We wanted it to be Ja. I don't
Ja still has a chance.
Nah, I'm already seeing that the Grizzlies may even explore trading him too, man.
You know why? You see, remember what I talked about last week?
Mm-hmm.
Why Luka Doncic? They said, yeah, we good. 350 M's. They were like, that's a lot. You think Memphis can afford 350 M's on Ja? You think Minnesota can afford 350 M's on Ant? I'm telling you, we're entering this part of the world of NBA where it's like, listen, Boston, they can probably afford.
There's no more lifers anymore. We're not going to get the lifers anymore.
I mean, who Steph is? I mean, let's look at all the guys right now. Shea was a transplant. Jokic will probably be a lifer. Jokic will be a lifer. He ain't going nowhere. He's dirt to me. He's gonna be there. Who else? Shea you think Shea finishes out in OKC?
Yeah.
Damn. Ja, Memphis.
Yeah.
And Minnesota.
Nah.
Okay, here we go. Boston. They got, Paul Pierce. He didn't even finish out in Boston. You think both Tatum and Jaylen Brown, or you think only one of them stays?
Only one.
You think I'm assuming Tatum, right?
I think he goes to the Lakers.
Jason Tatum ain't going to the fucking Lakers.
Kobe, my boy Kobe.
Going to the damn Lakers.
I don't know. I think they want to try and keep them both as long, but if I had to be a betting man, I think Jaylen Brown would be the one that would be moved or want to be out.
I'm trying to think who else is a young let's think of the All-Stars. Giannis, Milwaukee.
I keep seeing things rumble with him, but it's more Knicks shit. But I don't think Giannis don't care about the money. Giannis cares about if you do right for my family.
But you heard what he said the other day. He loves seeing Luka in LA. He loves seeing XYZ in big cities. He might be some dude that might want to go to the Knicks, might want to go to Miami, might want to go to LA.
I don't see that in him. I just think he wants to make sure. After watching that documentary on him on Prime, I kind of solidified me to understand how Giannis thinks. And it's not about the money. It's not about the flash. It's about how this team, what they did for me and for my family. They gave his brothers jobs. They gave his family places to stay. They allowed them to be at the games. No hassle, no nothing. I think that's what he truly keeps to heart because he's truly a kid from the streets selling fucking CDs to this. And I see him as a lifer.
But
nah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be, after seeing the Luka thing, I wouldn't be surprised if I woke up and LeBron James is with the Charlotte Hornets playing for Michael Jordan. I would not be surprised. I don't think anybody is safe anymore after I saw that shady ass shit happen.
I think, out of all the teams, I think Jokic for sure is retiring a Nugget. Outside of that, if Dallas can get rid of Luka, shit. Steph will obviously retire with. I say obviously, but I assume he will retire with the Warriors. Wemby. Ooh, Wemby.
San Antonio does right by their players.
Is he Tim Duncan or is he Kawhi Leonard?
I see humble kid. I see very humble kid. He reads a book before every game.
He wants to win. I saw him at the All-Star game. Out of everybody on that court, that little 19-year-old right there, oh no, he takes this shit seriously.
He also knows Rome wasn't built in a day, and he's on a championship caliber team. And
This ain't Greg Popovich no more, bro.
they went and got him De'Aaron Fox. I mean, I think he's gonna stay for a while unless shit implodes in San Antonio. I think it's a destination spot for you to go now. To be
San
honest with
Antonio? Ain't nobody's gonna go to San Antonio, bro. When have they ever gotten free agents? They don't be getting free agents. They just draft well and develop well.
oh, I think they can do. I think they can get some players now. Be like, what's going on over there? I want to play with that guy again. I want to play with a guy like Wemby. Telling you, I think so.
Yeah, and then you said Ant could go.
I don't want to go. I think Ant is great for Minnesota. And the
but
only
but
they have
KG overstayed his welcome. The minute he left, championship. It's like some cities are just not just conducive to like getting that shit done. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast.
I mean, they pulled off the trigger for what they needed. They needed to pair Paul Pierce with pure talent, and they went and got a shooter in the corner, and they got a guy who's a bully down low.
Yeah. Boston, 18 championships. Boston did that. That's the thing. You know what I mean? So
They put a hell of a bench together too. So
all right, let's just real quick with the NBA as we kind of move forward. Second half of the season is here. Any storylines to pay attention to? Any storylines to pay attention to? And any team that you are adding to your league pass that you want to watch for the rest of the year?
storyline, look for the buyout market, see who's going to be in the buyout market, where they're going to land.
Have they announced anybody that's like potential?
PJ Tucker's one, but like I don't think he even plays much anymore.
No. As of 6 hours ago, I'll tell you who. Go continue.
I don't really know. I'm curious to see how this ankle injury to LeBron apparently can be back in 2 days. I have him on my fantasy team and need you back soon, brother, because I got a lot of O's popping up on my roster lately. So see how him and Luka's gonna work. I'm already laughing at the Anthony Davis trade right now because man had a great first half.
He'll be back. He'll be back though. He'll be back.
He'll be back. I won't front. I think it's a good trade because that's a solid team that you have there with Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving. I think they can make some noise because they didn't have a big man when they went to the finals, and we saw what was going to happen to those little kids that were on the team. But I mean, there's nothing I'm really too excited about, I guess.
And City Clippers.
Fuck, man.
He can help. He can help them a lot.
I'm interested in watching. This because I've me and USC, Isaiah Collier. I want to see what he does now because he's hooping. He's hooping and giving him playing time, and he's getting like 9 assists a game, man. I want to see what he does because I always saw him as a scorer, and he's
getting more playing time. He's playing better. Go figure. Confidence. Bronny. He's in the G League, getting more playing time, getting better. Confidence. Sometimes we be so quick to be writing off these kids after 2 weeks. I'm like, bruh, he's 19, 20, like, bruh, like, come on. Like, you relax. Kobe averaged 7 points a game as a 19-year-old, bro. It takes time, dog. It takes time.
The one that I feel bad for is the one that you picked, Amani Bates, man. What happened there?
That was me. I said that.
Yeah, you said he's going to be the next, like, Kevin Durant incarnated. You said. I'm not trying to dog you. I'm just saying, like, bro, he should have been. Like, I don't know what.
Kid. He still got time. But
where's
Cleveland,
he at?
I think he's in Cleveland.
I'm gonna look at
that. He's like the 15th man. He's the type of dude that probably doesn't have the work ethic. And will probably end up just being a very good player in Greece. And think about it. Michael Beasley is one of the most talented basketball players I've ever watched in my entire life. And Michael Beasley could not get right in the NBA. Some players are just talent and being an NBA professional is two completely different things. Like, it's hard.
Beasley. I feel bad for Michael Beasley because that kid can hoop.
He can still hoop in the big three. He's still MVP in the big three. Like, he can play basketball. It's just.
Oh, not Michael Beasley. I'm talking about in the NBA right now. He's putting on a show right now for the Pistons. Malik Beasley. Beasley, I feel bad for, man.
Why you feel bad for him?
Because that boy can hoop, man. Like, he's a good hoop.
He can shoot threes.
He can score, bro. He can score. I had him like 5 years ago on the fantasy team, and I'm like,
yeah, some people
come on back. Come on back.
I don't know how many players in the NBA can score? A lot. But that's all they can do is score. That's why they go from team to team.
Michael Beasley was the number 2 overall pick for a reason when he was in the league and went to the Heat, but like he's a head case. There's a difference between being a head case. I mean, I think that's what's going on with Amani Bates too, because he was projected to be a lottery pick and he did some shit in college, got in trouble, and then slipped to the second round. People don't want to deal with that, and I think it's showing. That's why he's in the G League now. But I man, like, to be honest with you, this may sound very get off my lawn of me, but like I'm scared of the NBA once like the guys are gone. I'm dead serious. Like I just don't know what to do because like I told you, it's all like a carbon copy. Everybody has like the bushy hair or like the small little fro.
Luckily, we looked at Charles Barkley's Kenny the Jet Smith's team, right? It had Cade Cunningham. I think he's a solid kid. I think Detroit may not be I think he could do wonderful things in Detroit, but like someone's gonna want to trade for him in a couple of years, and I think he's gonna be a superstar. I think he's got that. Paulo Banchero, I like the way he plays.
Me too.
Him and Franz. I think we still got some young dudes like Shea Gilgeous. I know he's a little flashy with the dress and everything like that, but like Shea is a dog. Like he can play.
Shea is a dog. I got no beef.
Shea is a dog. He can play. So Giannis is only 30. So he's got about 5-6 years of just to continue the trend. I think we still got some guys who are just at that age of like they don't have the mantle yet, but they're not obviously LeBron or KD or Steph, but they still got their shit. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not gonna be like a here's the torch. It's gonna be like, okay, I got the torch. I got the torch. You know what? We talked about who's gonna be the face. It might be a lot of different faces.
Hot potatoes was gonna be.
Yeah, it might hot potato, but I think Wembanyama, I love the way that dude thinks, bro. I love the way his mind is. If he wants this shit,
Jalen Hurts ass. Jalen Hurts ass, 19-year-old, but like a 50-year-old man.
He was a lot more mature than anybody on that. Like for the most part, he was probably one of the most mature kids out there. So, and we'll see. Luka is only 25. You know what I mean? Like I know we haven't heard from him really in the last couple months outside of the trade. He's still only 25. He's in Los Angeles. Jason Tatum is only 25, 26, and he's in Boston. I feel like we still got some people in place in the right situations where they'll carry it for us, hopefully. But other people who I saw who've been bought out, Mo Bamba, Bones Highland, Reggie Jackson, Christian Wood, Jaden Springer.
Christian Wood's on the way.
They picked up Alex Len and they got rid of Christian Wood. Torrey Craig signed with the Celtics. Alex Len signed with the Lakers. Daniel Tice was waived by the Thunder. He signed over in Europe. Also, who may be available or might be becoming available, Marvin Bagley Jr. The third. What was he? The number 2 pick? Number 3 pick? Like, damn, bro. Seth Curry, PJ Tucker. Cam Reddish is back in LA.
Cam Reddish is back in LA.
He's back. Him and his boy, what's his name? Dalton Connect. Malcolm Brogdon is with the Wizards. They said it's a possibility. Bruce Brown's with the Pelicans. Larry Nance Jr. D'Angelo Russell's not being bought out. Yeah, he's not being bought out. So the teams who are currently ineligible to sign a player who fits. So Boston can't probably sign anybody. Denver, the Lakers, Milwaukee, Minnesota, New York, and Phoenix, based on where they're at with the tax situations or whatever, they'll probably have to do a little extra to get these kind of players. But yeah, the way the NBA did their shit with collective bargaining agreement, they try to make it hard for a situation where you could just
For
become
Carmelo to play with LeBron again.
exactly. They were like, look, we ain't doing this shit no more, dog. We ain't
Nah,
doing this shit no
that
more.
shit, I like that shit. Not anymore.
All right. But yeah, no. And league pass team in the NBA, you got anybody that you paid attention to?
Um, I might tune into some Sacramento games here and there just to see the Chicago two do their thing. I feel bad for Zach LaVine. He's like every pure Hooper's favorite player that just can't get on the right team ever. Definitely San Antonio. Definitely watching more San Antonio games. There's a lot of exciting whites in LA, so I'll be watching more of those games. That's for sure. With
I gotta
Alex,
say, because of you, Stephon Castle has become like one of the players that I actually. He's on my fantasy team too, so like that helps. But like
wanted
because
him.
of,
I took Reed
because of
Shepard
you,
instead. I took Reed Shepard.
because of you, I was like,
Because of you, I took Reed Shepard. You're like, they got something going here, and I was like, oh, okay.
Reed. Because of me, don't blame me for Reed. He wasn't
You
getting on
had
the
to blame
court with
me.
that roster.
I believe he was like a top like what 8 pick, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's. I think he goes to the G League, drops 50.
Fuck, man.
But
Fuck
that
Reed.
roster,
I could have had Castle, and I took Reed Shepard.
Houston they got to get rid of some pieces. Cap, listen, Reed Shepard in Boston, whew, he could be Peyton Pritchard. But no, because of you, Stephon Castle is somebody I really want to watch as a player. So I'll watch San Antonio.
He's my rookie of the year. Before Jerry McCain went down, it's now it's Stephon Castle.
Let's look in the East. I'm gonna watch more Detroit. I want to commit to watching more Detroit.
They're exciting. Yeah.
I want to commit to watching more Detroit. I want to see what Miami does with Andrew Wiggins added to this bunch with Tyler Hero, Bam, and this kid Ware's been playing a lot better. I think we need the Sixers. They just need a tank. Paul George had 2 points the other day. Tobias Harris.
Paul George don't care about basketball anymore. Like
that. Look,
I
hate
his name so much. I cannot stand Paul George, and I'm not a hater. It's just like
no.
It's like LaMelo Ball, man. It's like LaMelo Ball. What do you like about this kid?
LaMelo. If I was 7 years old, I'd be a LaMelo fan. I get it with LaMelo. Paul George, remember Paul George in Indiana was
I remember he knocked me out of the playoffs.
Basketball player. OKC third in MVP voting.
Mm-hmm.
It was when he started saying playoff P in LA with the Clippers. I'm telling you, the LA Clippers is that will. The LA Clippers is not it, bro. I think that kind of like that playoff P shit. And now he's just stealing money from Philly. But yeah, I want to commit to watching a little bit more Detroit. Out of the East, that's probably like the team I would probably pay attention to the most. In the West, I already watch the Lakers all the time. That's just I'm hooked.
I want to see Toronto too when BI comes back. I want to see.
You know what? I like that. I could get into some Toronto games. They're 17-38, so I know it's tough sledding. But him, Barrett, who's their guard?
Barnes,
Scotty Barnes. Golly, they got a lot of wings. So I want to see. Yeah, I'm curious with Quickly Barnes. RJ Barrett and BI. I want to see how they make that shit work.
RJ Barrett's having a great year too, man. Like I love seeing it. I really do. I miss him, but happy he's doing his thing back home.
Toronto you think they can recapture that DeMar DeRozan energy that they had? Because DeMar DeRozan turned that city. Vince Carter turned them up. DeMar DeRozan turned them the hell up, bro.
They're one draft pick away. What do
they need? They got talent now. They need big man. That's probably what they need.
Like there's just like one piece. I don't know what it is. Hopefully BI.
Scotty Barnes, all-star. RJ Barrett, number 3. We'll see with them.
There's nothing. Scotty Barnes is a good basketball player. There's just like nothing that's like moves the needle for me with him. I don't know if it's because he looks like he's like got Down syndrome or whatever, but like great basketball.
He's a little quirky as a human, but he's a good basketball.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking away from his talent.
In the West, Yeah, I gotta watch Stephon Castle. Like I'm sold on him now. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Stephon Castle in the West, and then the Lakers for sure. Um, and then we'll see how this between Cleveland and OKC. They have the same record, 44-10. They're the two best teams in the NBA. I'm going to pay attention. I want to see what's real and what can be exposed because, like, at the end of the day, Cleveland's got to see Boston, it's got to see New York, and OKC's got to see Denver and probably LA and probably Dallas. To me, like, they got to see some grown ups. So we'll see how they kind of fare in the West. But I am curious to see how they play because they we find in the West and then we see we see what happens in the West. But yeah, that's all I got for basketball. There's a lot of other shit going on. I know baseball, the spring training is right around the corner. A lot of moves have been made there.
Some big things in football have happened.
Yeah, I know. A lot of big sign. I was hoping we could get like Samuel and Vic on to talk about some Boston Red Sox shit because they starting to make some noise again.
The Rocks.
Vladimir.
Bigger news than that. Well, I mean, the Red Sox did get Alex Bregman last week, and that's for them because he's really willing to play anywhere they ask him to play, which is most likely going to be second base because Rafael Devers already came out today and said, that's my spot. He ain't taking it from me. I don't give a fuck if he won World Series.
He's allowed to say that.
As he is. He's, I think, the longest tenured Red Sox right now. So
literally, he can say what the hell he was.
Mm-hmm. And they've been hampering his career by not putting any talent around him and getting rid of talent. So
what happens with Vlad?
That was the big one. Vladimir Guerrero has said he's not talking an extension throughout the season as they progress. I think Vlad is out, in my opinion. I think that rubbed him the wrong way. You every year you spend, and I'm the reason you spend, but you don't pay me. And it's coming up to my time to get paid. You went and got Matt Scherzer for 1 year for fucking $23 million.
You don't think that's something they can just kind of just work through, or
I
don't know what energy he's on right now. Like I don't know where his mind is at. I mean, he's been. I mean, you will know better than I do. Like you don't think that's something that could be like
It might be. I think it might be, but at this point, the Blue Jays can't get it right. They're a team. They're just like the Padres to me. They have their core, and then they add other amazing pieces to the team, and they just can't get over the big hump. The 1 year the 1 year they choked to the Braves or the Nationals. I forgot who it was, and they went out. And I think for the Blue Jays, it's like, yeah, your team looks great on paper every year, and we projected to do so well, but you come crashing down to earth. And
he's only 25 too. He about to turn 26 in a little bit, but he's
prime baseball is 30 years old.
Age of like, let me get that 10, 12-year contract.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad to see it because I don't. It's like what was Buddy's name? First baseman for the Brewers that went to the Tigers. Big boy. Prince Fielder. Prince Fielder. Dude, like him and Ryan Bond, the Hebrew Hammer, those two were freaking mashing. And then finally they just like, hey, we can't keep you. We keep bringing in all this talent.
But in baseball, like, we talk about basketball, like, lifers and shit. Like in baseball, a lot of the times it's not. I mean, dog, Babe Ruth. Like it happens a lot more commonly in baseball than we actually like think about. That's why, like, I've been waiting for Mike Trout to get to Philly. I'm like, bro, we waiting for you.
Playing for you. He's playing in right field this year.
I'm playing right field now, but shit, we still waiting for you, Mike.
That's the smart list. I hate seeing him in right field, but that's the smartest thing he's going to do for his career. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, his body needs to just chill the fuck out, bro. Like, you are too good to not be finishing out MLB seasons, bro. It's like
it's hard to see him not in the playoffs ever. Like it's hard to see that. It's hard to see that, and I don't want to say because they wanted a World Series I mean, he wasn't there, and Mike Social got that shit together, but they're historically just not putting together the right. Like this year, they made the most offseason moves, and I'm like, maybe this shit will stick to the wall. We don't know.
Yeah, but we know how it is. Big city, somebody got to be a little brother.
Yeah, someone's got to be.
Somebody got to be some bro.
Someone's got to be the little brother. But like, I hate people trying to write him off. Like he's really like before he went out last year, he was having an amazing year, and they want to write this guy off. Like Mike Trout is a generational talent. People forget that. I still draft him too. I got him. But like, Mike Trout is like.
Shit. You got him in our league?
Mm-hmm.
Top. You keeping him?
I don't know. We'll see. I gotta look at my team. My team is too good. Again.
Hey, we gotta talk. I'm looking. I'm obviously keeping my boy Stash from Pittsburgh. I'm obviously keeping my dog. Livy, what's her last name? Livy Skeens. That's the name of my team. Livy Skeens. I'm definitely keeping my Livy Skeens together. But no, back real quick because we started this off with Vlad. You know what I'm scared of, Red? He gonna be a bet, dog.
I don't think so.
I can smell it.
I really don't think.
You don't see it, bro. I can smell that shit. That's my biggest fear.
I don't think so. I see him chasing more of the money.
The New York Mets still got money.
They are so fucking tied up with shit right now after getting Pete Alonso deal done.
How long is his deal? 2 years?
2 or 3 years. They're gonna keep New York would go up in flames if they get rid of Pete Alonso like that. If he puts on another 40, 30 home run year, like I don't care who Vlad is, like that man is loved in New York, in Queens. They love him.
Listen, when what's his name walked through those doors the other day, it was like
that's an even trade off. That's an even trade for me right there. That's like an even trade for me right there. Like Pete Alonso and Vlad Guerrero are just the same exact player. Just one gets more exposure on the team because he's more the focal point. They wanted it to be Dante Bichette, but then he just can't stay healthy. And I think he's gonna go to like a team that we're not expecting, like the Rangers or something like that. You know, I think he would go somewhere like that has a bit of foundation that he could win more there.
Going to Montreal Expos.
I don't know.
He goes to the Angels. That's where he's going next.
Yankees might look at him too. They're already putting the suitors right now are the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Mets, and they do that every year. You know, the Dodgers like
to me, I can see the Red Sox. I think Big Papi can get that done, but I can also see the Yankees. But I feel like the Mets, that's what I'm scared of. Like
I wonder his dad's in his ear a lot too, so he takes his dad advice on a lot of stuff.
He goes to the Angels.
That would be like there has to be something there. I don't think he would go to the Angels, to be honest with you.
Gotta bring that joy back to Anaheim, wherever they play. I know.
It's got to be something. I don't know. Justin Turner signed with the Cubs today at his 40-year-old ass, and that man still keeps getting shit done. And that's all I've really seen in the baseball world in the last few days. I know Arenado's still out there looking for a job. I wonder. That's a guy like I don't get why people are like had one bad year and people are trying to write this man off. Like Arenado's a stud.
What have you done for me lately?
Wherever he goes, he's gonna be straight. I think if he's just there in he's in St. Louis, he's gonna have a monster year. I want the Yankees to call him. I'd love for him to come play, but he's got his teams that he picked. There's like 5 teams, and he's like, those are the only 5 teams I'm gonna go play for. And I forgot who they were. I think it was like the Red Sox, the Dodgers, and I forgot who they were. Dodgers aren't gonna get him though. If they do, I'll be like, I don't watch baseball no more.
Right. They can't keep getting away with this. And guess what? They freaking do. But no, we gonna see. Y'all, I know y'all kick it off against the Rays on Friday. Oh, my girl's birthday, yeah, on Friday. It's funny. That game's gonna be played at the Rays home stadium. Oh shit, that's gonna be funny. Um, and then to me, the biggest news: Joe Buck is back in the booth. That's the biggest news for me. I don't know. I get nostalgic about Joe Buck. I get nostalgic about Joe Buck calling games. So I look forward to Joe Buck being back in the booth.
I hate Joe Buck.
I don't know. I don't know. Those 5-hour games on Fox during the World Series. Yeah. 8 o'clock start, 1 a.m. finish. Can't wait. Those are the days I miss. But no, we gonna get a little deeper into baseball next week. NFL free agency, NFL draft. We got to get our mock draft going. We gonna get more into that. I don't know. We just gonna tease them a little bit right now, and then once we start putting some actual thoughts together, then we'll dive a little deeper. All right. But let's cap this off right now. Let's cap this off. What you got going on? What do you what's on your mind? Naysayers. Where you at mentally?
How was your Valentine's Day?
You know what? My Valentine's Day was fantastic. Um,
What y'all do?
we went to Del Frisco's. Well, first of all, I told you I woke up, went to the barber shop to go watch the parade first. Then we went to Del Frisco's. But then we went to a wedding on Friday evening because her friend is like very Catholic and they got married. Oh, they got married abroad last year, but in the Catholic Church it wasn't. It wasn't like they're really Italian. They're really Italian. No for real. Like that last name, Papilla. That last name you go to a restaurant, Italian restaurant, Ybor. Oh yeah, you come sit over here. Like, oh shit.
Out the table, put the wine, and the fucking candle.
Also Goodfellas shit. But nah, so went to a wedding and then we had a little shindig after. So it was a good day overall. And then the All Star weekend happened. But yeah, I love love. Love is good. Love is kind. Love is great. I started watching this show on Amazon Prime yesterday with this chick from shit. I forgot the name of the show. Her name is Spencer from the show that we used to watch. One of them, Pretty Little Liars. You probably never watched Pretty Little Liars, but anyway, this chick it's another Dick Wolf production. Dick Wolf and cop shows. They like this, bro. I'm telling you, Dick Wolf and cop shows is Michael Jordan and Scotty. All right, so if it's Dick Wolf, executive producer, I'm watching it. Okay, if it's a cop show, I'm definitely watching it. So that's my naysayers. Go watch yourself some Dick Wolf, executive producer, some Grady Dick Wolf, and trust me, you'll enjoy. You'll definitely enjoy. But I'm looking forward to spring training. It's like the Eagles' joy. I still feel so good about that. I feel like maybe the Phillies could just some of that energy can just pour into Bryce Harper. I feel like all right, we go. I have to hit up Bermuda soon. Make sure like see the pulse of the team. Like how we feeling this year? How we feeling this year? To see what we do. But no, it's gonna be a fun year in baseball. I don't have to worry about the Sixers right now because they trash, so they can't piss me off any more than I'm already pissed off. So I'm good on them. Hopefully LeBron and Luka can do some shit that's entertaining. But I'm focused on the Phillies right now, so that's where I'm at. Baltimore Orioles, I see you. Who the best team? Who the best team in the AL East?
Just a hat, man.
Who the best team in the AL East? You know who it is.
The Yankees, baby. Come get us, baby.
All right. Anyway.
Want me to rattle off?
I did want to quiz you, but I'm gonna spare you right now.
Give me three. Come on, 3 for the road.
Do I want to do this to you right now?
It's probably be like some dudes I have no idea who they are.
Because I was gonna do 96, but I'm like, he probably memorized 96.
Hey,
so
let's go.
No. Because we've done 96 before. I'm gonna do the 2005 NBA draft. I don't remember who got drafted that year, but that's Chris Paul, Derrick Williams here. Ooh, all right. Let's see. We're gonna go with the number some of these are easy. All right, we're gonna go with the number 22 overall. No, that's easy too. All right, we'll start you off with what I think is pretty easy. Number 22 overall pick in 2005, Jarrett Jack. Where do you go to college?
Georgia Tech.
Correct. Look at that. He just rolled off the tongue. Jason Maxiell, number 26 overall pick.
Jason Maxiell.
He's on Basketball Wives.
Oh man. Did he go to college?
He went to college. He was a senior. Got drafted by Detroit.
Yeah, I know where he went. I can see him and cut his hair. Oh, you're gonna say I'm gonna get fucking pissed. It wasn't Memphis, was it?
Nope. Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, you're right. With Stephen Logan. With Stephen Logan there.
And then I'll give you two more. You got two chances right here. Ronnie Turiaf.
Oh, he went to like a goof. Oh my God, I know Ronnie Turiaf. Hold on.
I know who he is.
Gonzaga.
There you go. All right, last one. Damn, Lou Will was in that draft. Number 45 overall pick, Lou Will from South Gwinnett High School. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Andre Blatch, another one out of high school. Who went to college? Damn. All right.
That was last year, I think that happened.
It was the last year. Yep, CJ Miles, another high school one. All right, here we go. What college did Luther Head go to? He came out as a senior as well, drafted by the Houston Rockets. I remember that draft.
Oh, you're gonna say it, and I'm gonna remember it too. I can see it. Wasn't Houston, was it?
That's where he got drafted to, but that's not the college he went to.
East or West School?
Neither.
Give me neither.
To the Midwest.
In the Midwest? Oh, I don't even know. Iowa State.
Illinois.
Oh yeah, he was with Deron Williams. That's right. Damn.
Illinois. Now I know you know where Hakeem worked with the school.
Oh fuck. Syracuse.
I'm about to say. I know you know that. And then the defending national champs had 3 players come out in the top 15. Who, in the top, they have 4 players come out in the lottery. Who was the defending national champs? And who were those? And who were those 4 players?
Marvin Williams, Raymond Felton.
Okay.
Sean May.
Come on.
Forte.
Come on.
Marvin Williams was 2 or 3.
2.
Then it was I'm not good with like the order of these. I know where they went to school.
You got Marvin Williams, got Raymond Felton, he was 5. You got Sean May, I think he won the tournament MVP or whatever. That was 13, and then 1 pick right after him. I believe the player after him, I think he was a leading scorer as a freshman or something like that. He's on a podcast now.
Yeah, the clown that said whatever shit, and they were like, get the fuck out of here. Like Gilbert Arenas smoked his ass.
Yes.
I thought he was gonna be good. He went to the Timberwolves.
Yes. What's his name? There you go. Go Tar Heels, baby. Go Tar Heels. I remember that championship. That was a good one for me.
That was a fun championship. I really like Sean May, and I like that he's on the coaching staff now. So it's a big Sean May fan. But I was like, he's too big.
Yeah, he was not NBA. He didn't have the NBA kind of build to him. But
he looked like a real estate guy just out there playing, just hooping, like a knowledgeable real estate exec out there.
Damn, fun fact. I didn't even know IMG Academy existed back then, but they had Ricky Sanchez get drafted out of IMG Academy in 2005. Go figure. All right. Where can they find us at?
You can find us on Twitter at fair_weather_pod. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're good to go still. Search the Fair Weather Podcast, and we're subscribed to listen to podcast audio. Search the Fair Weather Podcast. You can find us there. Take it away with some words of wisdom.
Listen, you mentioned TikTok, and it made me just think about social media again. We're going to be better on social media. I promise. We're going to be better. All right? And stay. What did Marshawn Lynch say? You keep your chickens together. Yeah, make sure your chickens is all good, bro. That's all I gotta say. And fun fact, I'm looking at this post on my Instagram right now. Somebody talking about they're gonna take Dak Prescott over Jalen Hurts over the next 5 years. Another Super Bowl, bitch. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Love hurts.
Love, Hurts. Peace.